My brothers and sisters, may the Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus spoke to the crowds and to his disciples, saying, "The scribes and the Pharisees have taken their seat on the chair of Moses. Therefore do and observe all things whatsoever they tell you, but do not follow their example. For they preach, but they do not practice. They tie up heavy burdens hard to carry and lay them on people's shoulders, but they will not lift a finger to move them. All their works are performed to be seen. They widen their phylacteries and lengthen their tassels. They love places of honor at banquets and seats of honor in synagogues, greetings in marketplaces, and the salutation, Rabbi. As for you, do not be called Rabbi. You have but one teacher, and you are all brothers. Call no one on earth your father, for you have but one Father in heaven. Do not be called master, for you have been one master, the Christ. The greatest among you must be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, but whoever humbles himself will be exalted." The Gospel of the Lord. As we continue our journey through Lent, we find today that the church focuses again on the very consistent teaching that is part and parcel of the gospel, and which we have to constantly remind ourselves of, because we tend either to take it for granted or to somehow make excuses not to follow through on it. And of course, the bottom line is, as suggested, is that it's not the external observance things that ultimately are important. It's good to do those things, but they're only symbolic, if you will, of hopefully what's happening inwardly, the interior conversion and transformation. It's also something that's not drawn in upon ourselves, but rather is concerned for the care and well-being of those around us. And so Isaiah again reminds us today that we should wash ourselves clean, put misdeeds before our eyes away, cease doing evil, and then putting it into a concrete expression: make justice your aim, redress the wronged, hear the orphan's plea, defend the widow. And Jesus picks up the same message, suggesting that the external observances that are shown by the actions of the scribes and the Pharisees are not what it's about. We should follow what they're suggesting, he says, but not practice what they do. Practice rather what we should be about ourselves in conjunction with the Lord. And sometimes it's easy for us to be so taken up with the external observances, we tend to forget those other things. This season of Lent is a time for us once again to re-sensitize and refocus ourselves to that which is most important: the care and concern for our brothers and sisters, the realization that it is our focus towards them and not within ourselves and towards ourselves that is the most important.